Hello and welcome back to another episode of Craftblock SMP. Today we are here at the Guardian Farm, which just so happens to be very loud in this exact spot. And today we are going to be doing something that I've been waiting a very long time for, and we're going to be building our permanent base right here in the Guardian Farm. I've already moved the portal into its correct place, and this is where the Guardians will be dropping. I've had to temporarily shut down the farm as to spare my sanity when working with these pipes. This is our drop down. We're gonna redo this a little bit, and we're gonna have a water stream up with soul sand. So if we go in our project box here, we can see that soul sand would go right here, and then we'll have water on top of that, and it'll carry us up. But yeah, I'm excited to start work on this. And it's going to be made of mainly quartz, concrete, and diorite for some accents. So we have diorite ring here. These sea lanterns are for lighting. We're going to have iron trapdoors on top of this. And we're going to have lighting. It was originally here, but I've since changed the design a tiny bit. It'll require a bit more materials that I don't currently have, but it'll be well worth it for the final result. To begin, we're going to extend this diorite platform to be one more wide, and then we're going to surround it with gray concrete. A lot of this build has white paths surrounded by gray concrete, and we're going to put sea lanterns in the corner, which will be covered up with gray carpet, which I put away in my other base, and now I have to bring back because I didn't initially plan to put them here, but you know, it's small changes. And then we have a ring of quartz around that I believe to be 4 wide. And we have concrete here and just around. And you'll see why we're leaving these 1 wide gaps for the prismarine, the sea lanterns. With the floor now mostly done, we can begin work on this middle area. Now we're going to do something a little bit funky here, but hopefully it'll work out. I'm going to be using minecart with hoppers to collect the items off of enchanting tables. Why am I using enchanting tables? It's not because I am rich, which I do happen to be. It's because they have the certain amount of height that's best for guardian farms when killing them, so they can't laser you to death. So we can put these here, and if you listen closely, you can hear them, but it's quiet, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And that's the centerpiece almost done. This build does include end rods, by the way, and I'm making popped chorus fruit over here in order to make some. And that's why I also have blaze rods, if I remember the recipe. And I do. Oh wow, that's gonna make 4 stacks of blaze rods. I didn't know it made that many. Alright, pleasant surprise. But yeah, we also have the water vader, or water elevator. I don't know why I said water vader, but that works too. Going up here, it's not finished because I have to install some lighting. This one's also not because I have to get rid of the ladders and finish the lighting. We've got that water pipe filled in completely. We used kelp to do it, so if you don't know, kelp when placed in flowing water makes it a source block, so it makes it really easy to build water elevators. We've put in trapdoors and a glass tube to funnel the guardians right here, and then we take our sword and then we hit them here. That's what these iron trapdoors are here for, by the way, just to give us a little boost up to make it more eye level. And now we can start changing that out for quartz and putting up some lighting. And we're also going to have some fancy features to help us deal with the guardians. But that is going to be a bit later on. For now, I'm just going to start doing some lighting. I do believe I finished crafting all the end rods, and 4 of them go here in these corners, just like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the center done. Now of course it looks pretty unfinished because all of this around it is empty, but we're going to have a ring of quartz slabs as a roof, and if we and I believe another line of gray concrete here. And then we fill that in with slabs. In that last clip, I kind of messed up on the roof. I made it a bit too wide, so I fixed that. And now we can begin work on the walls, except no, we actually can't because I forgot to do something. But if I know the recipe, so we go 3-pillar up, and then we put a chiseled block, then we knock out this block, put a lantern, and glass. And we also need smooth quartz up there. And that stone's freaking out. Alright. And then slabs here, here, and smooth quartz like this. Then we can put stone back there. That's a pillar. Oh my, okay. My hotbar is really messing with me. And my inventory is just a mess right now. Okay, I need to sort this out. Okay, now that that's sorted, we can continue. We bring this over, and we do the same thing here. Sea lantern, and chiseled quartz, and more smooth quartz, some slabs, and then back here we just have regular smooth quartz. We are going to do something special here. We have something special planned for each 4 sides. This one's a bit less special. It's just a bit of decoration. We're going to have a control panel here. We're going to have, well, it relates to that room, which we'll get into here. Portal here. And there's nothing really here because this is blocking it, but we will still have a wall, of course. Now with the actual walls in, we can begin on the features of this area. So of course, in this corner, we're going to have some enchanting. And here, we can silk touch this with our pick, put a bookshelf here, and then that's all 15 needed for a level 30 enchantment. We can put a chest here. We're going to put a crafting table here, anvil, grindstone, pretty much everything you'd need to do some level 30 enchants. And we have an XP farm right there, so works out really well. We do have a bunch of enchanted books from earlier when I was using this, and oh, this is what I was here for, my ender chest. We are going to move that over here. So we have a chest and ender chest, so it's kind of symmetrical. Thumbnail, perhaps. I don't know, only you guys know so far. I'll know in a few hours, maybe a day or two, because got big plans today, and it'll take a while to do. Anyway, we have this hallway set up to lead into the storage area. This is about the end of the hallway, and then we're going to have a square room here. A lot of this space, like back here, is just for redstone, since we're going to be doing an auto sorting system, which I've never done on a large scale in survival, and certainly not on Craftblock, so, you know, that'll be interesting. Now that we've actually completed this room, we can begin on some of the furniture. So in this corner, we're going to have a little table with a brewing stand and some potions. I don't really intend to use it for brewing so much as it is just decoration. We're going to have blue orchid and dark oak right here. So nice little table to take up some space. And to balance it, we're going to put our magma armor over here, since I don't really intend on using it, but I do want to have it on display. And over in the opposite corner, oh, there's that, we are going to, oh, misplaced that. Probably should have my axe out, but who cares. Gonna have some barrels here and here. We're also gonna have a crafting table. And we're going to get rid of this carpet and place down some beds. Just like that. And now, actually let's switch these two. Doesn't make much of a difference, but I just think it would look better. Now, we have a little corner for us to set our spawn, and also just some tiny storage. Over here we have a control panel, so we can like put some signs here to turn on auto killing, and we will implement this later on. hopefully today. And then we can also have a lever that goes to a shutdown mechanic. Alright, I'm not too fast at typing, I know. Leave me alone. Basically, this one will trigger a lava blade that will auto-kill them. I still haven't finished up there because I ran out of smooth quartz. I have some more smelting behind that wall, but this will trigger a lava blade that'll have them burn up here, and this one will just trigger some pistons that move blocks to stop them from falling. As you can see, there's some stone up there already that is just generally stopping them. But for now, we're going to leave those off, and we're going to do the redstone a bit later. And over here, we have a chest and some hoppers. This will lead into our auto storage system, which is what we will work on next. As a final touch to this room, we're going to put in a painting. We want a 4x3, but because this space is a 4x4 and paintings always take up the largest space they can, we have to put a block here. We're looking for this painting, the skeleton in the seashell, or at least that's what it looks like. So yeah, there's the skeleton man. Alright, that's it. Also, we have this hallway that I'm building. This will be the entrance to the storage room, diorite and sea lantern floor. I used to not like diorite that much, but like since the texture change, it's actually pretty decent. But anyway, for these receded walls, I guess that's the word I'm looking for, we have a pattern like this that just repeats. So light gray and gray concrete. Now that we have this finished, we can actually start working on the redstone, which is personally my favorite part of the game. I don't get to use it a lot though, because it's not very practical unless you want to put in a lot of effort, like a storage system. But we are not doing that right now. Today, or right now, we are just installing some simple pistons and dispensers. Now this line I turned on is the pistons that should block guardians from dropping down. So I've prepared a redstone box for this project and future ones. So we're just going to put a sticky piston here, here, and on the two corresponding blocks on the other side. With the pistons in place, the rest of this is pretty simple. It's just running redstone to the pistons, and we're using a lever, so we don't have to do anything fancy with that. So if we run this, those are extended. We run it over here, these are extended. And then boom, it just blocks off the guardians. And if we take a look from below, I think if I break here I can get in easily. Oh, right. I was wondering where that other block went. We can see that it is blocked off. I am gonna have to do something about that gap there though. These pistons are actually moved from where I originally designed them to be, because the way it's gonna work is optimized for these two working in conjunction, because these turn on the auto killing that allow them to pass through a blade of lava and get killed also. So we are going to have that just above right here. That's going to be difficult because this line of redstone is right here. So we need to have a dispenser here, but I don't want it to be too close, because if it is too close, then the lava will be a lot more. Did you hear that? There's a pillager. Where? Pillager, villager, or a witch? Sounds like a pillager though. I can't imagine it spawning anywhere near here. That's very odd. Maybe they're on top? But I thought I spawn-proofed this. Yeah, oh! So, invisible wandering trader. Huh. This sand trade's actually decent, I guess. I don't know why he's invisible. He's got the particle effect, so it's not a glitch. But, I don't really have much use for these guys except for the heads. And there is the head, speaking of that. So yeah, free heads. So no, not a pillager. But that was weird. I've had actually quite a few of them spawn up there. I'm not sure how the spawning mechanics work, but apparently they can spawn in guardian farms, so, you know, that's fancy. And as you can see, I've been accumulating quite a collection. Anyways, side tangent over. Yeah, I'm gonna think about how to do this, and I'll be right back. I finished the redstone, but as redstone tends to be, it's a bit messy. This definitely came in handy, and I was looking for those 4 birch signs earlier. Darn. Funny how you notice these things after they become irrelevant. So, anyway, yes, we have finished. I moved this redstone down. Originally it was here powering them by this side, but now it's powering them by this side. And I have that set up all the way over here as well. Also, we just managed to make it without using another repeater, so it's still synced. So it won't have 2 piston firing noises, it'll just have 1 collective firing noise, which I think is nice. Could not achieve the same with the lava blades. We have lava in each of these dispensers. And we have our switch down here. I'm going to turn this off for now. So, if we go up here, we have a redstone ladder using slabs. Then that goes up and it transfers upward using an observer, which basically makes this lever act like a button, because when this is on, it pulses once. When it goes off, it pulses once. So, that's neat. You used to have to do it with like a monostable circuit before observers were added. And you can also do it by doing that, and as you heard, it's it dispensed the lava. The reason that is because this updated to no longer be a line but a dot. If we do it again, it'll redispense and the lava will go back in. But basically, this fires 1 tick pulse and it goes around and activates all of these. We had to put a repeater just for extending the signal, which is a bit of a shame. I'm sure I could have done it without that, but it's really not that big a deal. If we go here, we get a nice view of what's going down. These are the 2 blocks pushed out by pistons, here and here, and then there's a blade of lava. So when the guardians come down, if it's just the blade, they burn here and then fall down there and eventually die. If it's just the stop, then these blocks extend and then they just collect here. If it's both, then they collect here and they jump up and down into this lava and eventually die. What I could do is actually quite simple. First, actually no, we'll keep these blocks. I don't know what I was doing there. What we could quite simply do is take a repeater and some redstone, and this is the shutdown. We can take the shutdown and run it into here. So basically when it shuts down, it also puts on the auto killing. But I think I'm just going to leave it as it is, because I can just remember that. Plus, there might be cases where I don't want both those things to happen. So now we can activate both of those. We can activate the shutdown, which extends those pistons. Also, you can see it's quartz all around, so there's no gap. And then we can do the auto killing, which you can hear the lava come out. And then I have this hole prepared to look. So there you go, there's the lava, and as you saw before, the signs block it, and the guardians will fall through and die. So that is all that there is for the redstone. Now we can patch this up, and this farm is almost fully functional. There's just one thing we have to do. If we go up this elevator, we can see there's a lot of stone blocking their way. So what we can do is get rid of it. Oh, there you go. Yep. And they're all down there now. Oh, and I forgot about that. I disabled those pistons and lost some of the string. I lost 8 to be specific. So actually, I'm gonna put this back, and then I'm gonna fix it and come back to you. Yep, just getting some string from my my house. Also, Max, you're poor. Just, I, you should just know that you're poor. Sorry, man. Just spitting facts, really. Alright, maybe you shouldn't be poor. Maybe open a prismarine shop that makes you 3 diamonds once. Hell yeah. Speaking of, I should probably check on that. Alright, let's see what we got. Nothing. Something. Wait. That might have just been the first 3 diamonds, I don't remember. I probably didn't bother to restart. I'm rich. Yes. Dark prismarine. Probably should have charged more for it. I'll restock that soon. Ooh, that's pure profit, baby. Hell yeah. Also, Oil Company 3000's building an ugly stone cylinder again. But you know what? At least he mixed in andesite this time. So, that's cool. He also did this path, but like, I don't have a shovel on me. I lied. I came prepared. This is my crap that I carry with me at all times. I also don't know why I still have the redstone box. Don't. Shh. It's fine. It's fine. But Wandering Trader isn't here, so more heads. If you're wondering where I got these, Oil Company must have killed Wandering Trader, and he left them at my shop, like on that block right there. Also, I keep alright. Here's the thing. I have my crouch key bound to V because I use my thumb to crouch instead of my pinky on controller shift. And I have my Optifine zoom set to C, but I keep getting them mixed up because I don't know why. Sometimes I press B to zoom. I might change it to B. I don't know. My hands are big, so I don't know. Crap's weird. Also, I'm rich, so yeah. I should also make more dark prismarine, but ink is so expensive. No! But I can... Max has a squid spawner because there is a weekly trade for squid eggs, and you can buy spawners and change them into squid spawners, which is the whole idea. So he potentially has a squid farm, although I don't imagine so because he's poor. I should probably stop calling him poor, or else he's gonna like kick me from the clan. Anyway, it's fine. Everything's cool. There would never be a midnight schism. That's a cool callback to a previous episode. Thank you very much for noticing. And would you look at that? The farm's operational again. And they sometimes get stuck in there. That's fantastic. That might just have been a special case because all the entities came down at like once and he might have gotten pushed by someone else. Anyway, if we initiate the shutdown and the auto killing, they should no longer be able to get through. And if we get rid of all of them, which is a bit difficult since they like to jump around, but we should be able to get them all. Then, as you can see, their fins come through occasionally, and we can just throw any items we get there. We do have to be careful because this will overflow with items, and it seems that it already has. One problem this farm is going to have is too much items, but you know, it's fine. If we turn that off the shutdown, then they just come through and die instantly. But we're going to keep it off for now because we don't want items to pile up. We want them to stay in the lava so that they get burnt. Also, we're going to change this to lava blade instead of auto killing. Just because, I don't know, sounds cooler. Lava blade. Heck yeah. Also, it's more accurate to what it actually is. Now I have to check the time on this episode because I kind of spent a bit more time than I wanted to doing this. But you know what? I think it was well worth it. But yeah, I'm gonna check the time on this and see if we can get into this today. No, we can't. Because the episode's like 25 minutes long, and do you know how much my retention would just die if I made a 40-minute episode? My career would be in shambles, alright? It's not good. Anyways, thanks for watching this day's episode of Craftblock SMP. I'll be back in like 4 days with another one, and then in another 4 days with another one, and then in like a month with another one. Heck yeah. I'm gonna die to AP exams.